Hey guys, Dave and Len here. We just played Hannibal from, what is this, Paper Wars magazine, issue number 95. This is a good one. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this game because it's not a tactical game, more of like a area control game, sort of, but yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's fun to play. It takes about 2.5, 3 hours to do the short scenario. I don't know, it's just fun to play.
One thing, it's simple to learn.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and because I just explained it to Dave, and he picked up real fast, and he understood the basics of combat in this era, and he was able to contain me and then counterattack.
Yeah, the only thing, a suggestion I'd had for this game is if, when we played, the Romans won, but however, Hannibal himself seemed a little bit weak. I mean, he's got a +2 to his die roll, whereas some of the Roman generals have a +1, some have a +0 to the die roll. But I don't know, due to how good he was with tactics and battle and stuff, I thought maybe he should have got a +3, or if he wanted to be really historically accurate, maybe a +4. But
actually, I was maybe I should have tried. There's an option for Hannibal. You can do an ambush. The problem was you got to take a quarter of your force out and then roll a dice. If you're successful, you get a +4 to the die roll, and you get to bring your the units back. Otherwise, there's a possibility you could lose them all, and you'd be really at a disadvantage. Yeah, I think they should just simplify it and just gave them like a +4 to the combat die roll, and also what was it? When he tried to use diplomacy, after he had a couple major victories over the Romans, he went down the eastern part of the peninsula, and all the towns just opened their gates to him. So he must have had some kind of edge in diplomacy.
Yeah. Well, I think he paid off people in the towns to open the gates. Is what happened. So he used treachery, but all's fair in love and war, I guess.
One of the few problems with this is that it's a little confusing about when do you determine control, because you can use diplomacy and roll. Each city has a loyalty number, and if you roll equal or greater, it goes over to your side. But there's also, you could gain control of a province by having more troops than the other guy does. But what about the other side if he has troops in the town? Do they just get up and leave, or is it contested, or what? Because that was the problem I was having, because Hannibal wasn't able just to move into a province and take it over. He had to work at it, which gave the Romans time to build up forces. And last 2 turns I was utilizing my withdraw modifier. That's the only really big advantage they gave Hannibal. He really can get out of trouble. He's got like a 66% chance of getting the hell out of the battle.
Yeah, the Romans get quite a few reinforcements in this. I mean, it's really fun as a Roman player because you get new units each turn. I actually got to the point in this game where I could no longer get reinforcements because they're all already deployed on the battlefield. So, I haven't read the rules, he just showed me how to play, but the only thing I think I would comment on the rules is there's an election phase where basically your leaders get chosen, and the way they do it with the die rolling and stuff is kind of tedious. I think you said that there's an optional rule where you can just draw them out of a cup. I recommend that if you play the game, just draw them out of a cup because it's easier and it goes real quick.
Yeah, the die rolling takes about 4 or 5 minutes. Picking them out of a cup was about 30 seconds.
But yeah, I really liked this game. It was a lot of fun and stuff. I wouldn't call it the best Hannibal game ever made, but for a magazine game, I think it's all you could want in a magazine game.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you haven't played any others, you'll be happy with this.
One thing, though, I want to point out, this just deals with the Italian peninsula. There's no war in Spain or war in Africa in this game. It's just focused on the Italian peninsula.
I'm surprised there aren't random events for things like sudden Carthaginian reinforcements, or Rome has to deploy units. Because while Hannibal was in the Italian peninsula, Rome sent 2 legions across the Adriatic to Illyrium, and they had the Illyrium Macedonian, the first Macedonian War with Illyrium. So they had you can have something like that where you had to pull units out.
Illyria, where is that now? Is that Albania now? Illyria? I think so,
Albania, Serbia, one of those places.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. The Illyrian hoplites had a really cool helmet that I remember called the Illyrian helmet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe if there were some random events to add or subtract to your forces, maybe that's a nice addition to this.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I recommend it. You recommend it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go out and buy a copy of this on eBay or wherever you can find it. Have a good evening.